Welcome to Title Talk with your host, Drew Wishover, entrepreneur, a published author, and owner of Inspired Title Group, along with his co-host and CEO, Amy Maley. Each week, they offer you some laughs, industry terminology, tips and strategies, along with the occasional real estate professional to help educate you as it pertains to buying, selling, or just plain old homeownership. With them now, let's jump into today's episode of Title Talk. To. Go Pack Go! Go Pack Go! Go Pack Go! How about that?
I've never been so unhappy in my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you so very much for joining us. My name's Drew. That's Amy, wearing the cheese head because the Green Bay Packers have won again.
Thank you, Justin Fields, for
Oh,
your
it's amazing.
rookie player performance, but,
It looks good on you, I have to say. You look
it's
great.
making my eyebrows.
Oh, no, your eyebrows are, you're just salty right now.
I am very salty right now.
Exactly. We are Inspired Title, your friendly title company,
keep it on.
until we get through the picks.
Okay.
And then I'll let you take it off.
I might not be able to talk much until then because I'm focusing on balancing my cheese.
Well, yeah, you're balancing your cheese. Very nice. Very nice.
Check us out.
Yeah, make sure we're good.
We're trying out some new
We
technology.
are trying out some new stuff.
This is outstanding. I can't tell you how excited I am and how proud I am of our production assistant here being Brittany. She's a guru at this. She's killing it.
She is killing it.
We are broadcasting on Facebook. We are broadcasting on LinkedIn. We are broadcasting on YouTube. We are broadcasting on Twitter. We are live across the board. This is pretty outstanding.
I think we're live on Brittany's page, not on Inspired Titles page.
Oh, well, Brittany's going to have to share it to Inspired Titles page then.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay, it could be a little technical thing, but that means all Brittany's friends are watching us. Hi, Brittany's friends.
Can you share it off my page just for this?
Share to a page. I got this.
All right.
We are getting here. I'm
We're gonna
sharing
do
this to my page right now. Sorry, guys. Thank you for waiting and working through this.
And thank you guys for sticking around and waiting till we do this a little bit later in the day. We have been just trying to grow our leadership team and do some really great developmental things for us and for the business and kind of for our team. It's something that I really enjoy to do as a leader is to give back and give back to the team and give back to the community like we talk about pretty often. So something that we've taken on this week is to go into a leadership seminar with it's called Entree Leadership. It's
been fantastic. It's been very enlightening and eye-opening for me.
It has been absolutely fantastic and wonderful to what we've been doing. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that opportunity and just blessed with the opportunity to do that. So, and in the meantime, since we've been kind of, not available, the team has been holding the fort down. Brittany's been working just hours and hours on trying to get this broadcast together to spread it out to more folks and get it out to some more people. So we are Inspired Title. Like I said, your friendly title company. We are located in Palos Hills. We have an office in Indiana as well. We're ending the year, coming down to our final quarter. And
sorry, I shared the wrong one.
It's kind of crazy to think about 2021 is already ending. I think we feel like recently we just talked about it just starting. So
yeah,
that is kind of a weird place that we're in.
It is a very strange thing.
But
can you look at me normally without smirking every time you look
I
at
just
me?
can't tell you how much. I mean, it's not that I'm staring at you, but yes, I'm staring. I'm really relishing in the fact that we shared in a bet and it was great. That,
I don't not go through on a bet.
No, you did well, and I respect you for that. And it's a good thing. So why don't we? Have we shared it? Are we back out in all the places we need to be?
I'm making sure. Hang on. You can't rush perfection.
Right.
Let's relax for a
there's
second.
No such thing as perfection. We're gonna talk a little bit today about some of the things that we've learned in this leadership summit. We're gonna kind of bring to you guys some of our takeaways, some things that It really meant a lot to us, and really some things that we've learned ourselves.
And what we're gonna be doing in the future to,
Yeah.
kind of keep growing this business for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, a
Okay,
lot of
we
it.
are good now, sorry.
A lot of it is about ourselves. A lot of it is learning about ourselves and learning about the makeup of us. And we have a couple different tests that we've done that have kind of taught us to learn a little bit about that as well. So why don't we start going with our fun facts? What do you think, Amy? You want to start with fun facts?
I'll try.
All right, do it. Do it up.
Alright, today is National Men Make Dinner Day.
Yes, it is.
So,
Yes, it is.
My chair.
Yeah, your
Oh,
chair's making
so
tons of noise,
if-
but we're okay.
gentlemen out there, if you are looking for something lovely to do to your girlfriend, wife, or your other gentleman at home, please feel free to make them dinner.
Yes.
Do you
Why
have
not?
a favorite dinner?
Do I have a favorite
Well,
dinner?
does Carol have a favorite dinner that you could make for her on Men Make Dinner Day
Um,
while you're not bowling?
Yeah, I mean today's a tough day to do that, but I love, meat. I'm a big spaghetti guy. I like
meat.
Yeah, I mean really it is kind of caveman-esque, but it is something that I thoroughly enjoy. What about you? What if Joe was going to make you a meal tonight, what would it be?
Biscuits and gravy.
Oh, I was going to say make you tacos.
No, I'm the taco guru.
You make them, but I thought you liked them.
Oh, I do. I demolish them.
Okay, so
but I do
there
like
you
some
go.
biscuits and gravy.
There you go.
That's my go-to.
All right. Cool.
It is also Chicken Lady Day.
Chicken lady.
Brittany did some research on this more than I did, but I could.
You keep moving.
I'm gonna butcher this name, so I apologize in
Don't butcher
advance. Marthenia,
Okay.
also known as Tina Dupree. She worked in a chicken company for
Obviously.
10 to 12 years.
Not Chick-fil-A?
And no, not Chick-fil-A.
Okay, all right.
And so what she did is not only worked for the chicken company, she worked with her community to especially help improve education and
I
enhance.
love that hat.
She worked for kids in the education system and just kind of helping them get better lives. So shout out to Tina Dupree for Chicken Lady Day. Cashback Day.
Really? We get to use our cash back or?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's just Cashback Day.
Huh?
Because I did much more time researching Candy Day.
Oh, the
It
next
is-
one is Candy
It
Day.
is National Candy Day as well.
That's weird because Halloween just happened.
I know, and this is why it's National Candy Day, I think.
Leftover?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, kind of, it's really interesting, though, to see what people are giving out
Yep.
for trick-or-treating now. And it's interesting to see what my students choose that are their favorite candies. And then, one of my beautiful little students who is in 3rd grade now, she said she liked Reese's Cups because her brother was deathly allergic to them.
Oh.
So if she eated them.
Yeah, right. She
If
eated them. Sure.
I'm so
Sure.
sorry. I am
We're
so
there,
sorry
eating
for
them.
what you guys are about to witness over the last
It's the cheese.
for the next 45 minutes. My brain is just fried from this leadership conference in the best possible way. But yeah, she wanted to eat Reese's Cups and breathe on her brother and see what would happen.
I just found on a side note, there is there's a street in Niles, Illinois,
Okay.
that is policed, blocked off by the police,
Okay.
because so many people come up to the street in Niles to trick or treat because they give out all king size
Oh.
candy.
It happens around in, like Homer. I know
Yeah,
they do it
it's-
there too. Like the people, the kids are able to scope out neighborhoods and be
But
like, they have king size
There's
here.
an app. There's
Stop it.
There is honest to God, there's an app that will tell you what the house they're giving out. It's got to be like a
Stop
Waze
it.
thing where you
Like
can
people
see where
will
the cops
log,
are.
like say what
Yeah,
they got there.
We're giving this or we're giving that. Exactly. There's an actual app out there that will tell you
That's
what's happening,
insanity.
what's going on. I think it's amazing.
There was not one of those when I was a kid. I can
No,
tell you that
definitely
much.
not. Definitely not. Go ahead.
I'm done. That
You
was
got
it.
them all. Nice.
That
Very
is
good.
it from
Very
me.
good. Well, here's some fun facts from me.
We're ready.
The full moon happening in November. You're gonna love this. It's called the Beaver Moon, Amy. It's
Is there
called the
really?
Beaver Moon. They called it the Beaver
Oh.
Moon because way back in the 1800s, hunters would set beaver traps before the lakes would freeze.
I missed my last name.
Yep, the beaver has died.
It's not died. It's just
Okay.
sad.
This is also National Peanut Butter Month.
Is it?
Yep.
Do you like
Yep.
peanut butter?
Separate, not mixed with chocolate. But I
Okay.
do like peanut butter. Yes, I do.
I
Indeed.
can eat it with a spoon. Crunchy or smooth?
God,
That-
crunchy. I gotta crunch it. Yeah.
Sorry that you had to witness
That's a
that.
crunch noise. There you go. You just got to. If you're ever looking for a sound effect, I got it.
And you say, why
So-
do I look like a llama?
Do you like roller coasters?
I love roller coasters.
Okay.
Not like, love.
So they were invented to distract Americans from sin in 1880. So Lamarcus Thompson, he hated that Americans would go to like brothels and saloons
Stop
and all
it.
these places. So with trying to change that or distract that, in Coney Island, New York, is where the first roller coaster in I guess it was 1880, to distract people from going to the harmful places.
I love that. What was his name?
Lamarcus Thompson.
Thank you, Lamarcus Thompson.
Right? I thought it was pretty cool.
That is really neat.
Built the first roller coaster in Coney Island, New York. There you go.
Is it still up? It's still up, right?
But
But
Coney
I don't know
Island's
if
there.
it's running.
I don't know. You know, it was one of the scarier roller coasters, but you know, there's a lot of people who like they've got a listing of all the scariest roller
Yeah.
coasters across the country, and
Do you have
Again,
like a favorite one
I'm not a roller coaster guy.
at all?
I'm useless to
That
take
is
the.
shocking to me.
I am useless to take to Great America and or these other parks.
Because of the way you are a thrill seeker,
Yeah, and
but
that's
it's
just
not
not
roller
a.
coasters.
Yeah, because it's just that one leaves my chest and heart up on the top.
Interesting.
I'll go on the log ride though. Fire me up a little
That's
log
not a
ride with
roller
a little
coaster.
water.
That's-
I know, but it's a drop. That's about what I.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
So no team outings to Great America or
Nope. Nope.
Dang
Well,
it.
could be a team outing to Great America. I'll just be the bus driver. Okay, I'll drive the
You
bus.
could be the one that holds all the stuff when we're waiting in line to go on the roller
Exactly.
coaster.
Yeah, I got the fanny pack on. Okay, that's great. Why don't we do our picks, Ames? Since you're wearing a cheese head, and I hope you've learned from this. This is a good time that we, you know, Ryan was supposed to wear it because a couple weeks ago we did this
Ryan
similar
bailed.
bet, and Ryan did. So we're gonna definitely bring him back on and allow him the opportunity to hold up his end of the
This
bet.
is the
So
strangest trying to balance this on my head.
you were doing a
It's-
good job. It's gonna strengthen your neck. Think about how strong your neck
Oh,
is.
because every time I move my head back.
There are people that wear those through the entire 3.5 hours of the game in Lambeau Field when I was there. They're constantly on. It's great. They don't
Well,
have
this
a
was
chin
probably
strap
from
or anything.
1980.
No, I just got it.
No, you didn't. You've had this for. Okay, I'm
Had it?
done. We're
Had
done.
it for a
Okay,
minute.
so
All right.
it is week 9.
Week 9. Bum 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 bum.
So let's see what we're looking at here. Drew was the winner. I don't know the exact totals, but I do know
Nice.
you won the pool for the office. So congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have tonight Jets versus Colts.
Oh, that's easy. Colts.
I'm going Colts as well.
All right. We got Colts.
We have Falcons versus Saints at New Orleans.
New Orleans. I think I'm gonna go with New Orleans.
I am too, even though.
Yep. Teddy is. hurt.
And Kamara's out for the season
Yep.
indefinitely, so it's going to be a rough day.
How
But
can
I
he
have
out for
faith
the season indefinitely?
because he's indefinitely out for the season. Indefinitely. I told you my brain is mush right
Okay.
now.
All right. How about the
Yeah.
Broncos and the Cowboys?
Cowboys.
Um.
I'm going Cowboys, I think. As of now.
Yeah, I think I'll take the Cowboys. Too.
We'll see how my mush brain feels
Right.
in a couple hours.
Patriots, Panthers.
Patriots.
Ooh, I was gonna say the Patriots too.
Ooh.
Same so far.
Vikings versus Ravens at Ravens. Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens are good. I like Minnesota. All right, Ravens too. All right, that's not being different. I'm going for the double.
All right, let's go Browns versus Bengals at Bengals.
Browns.
I'm going Bengals.
Okay, there we got one that's different. Good deal.
Sorry, Floyd, if you're watching.
Buffalo and the Jags. Jags.
I missed them on my list.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Sorry, go ahead.
Buffalo. I'm gonna go Buffalo.
I think I was gonna. Oh, I have Buffalo written down. I
Yes.
just wrote Bills twice.
Okay. All right. Texans and the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I got Texans. Okay. We differ on that one. Now we go with the Raiders and the GI Ants.
Raiders.
Yeah, I like the Raiders as well.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you go Bills or Jags?
I went Bills.
Perfect. Okay. Chargers, Eagles. Eagles, Chargers.
Charger.
Me too.
Okay.
Packers, Chiefs.
Chief. Aaron's not playing. He's got the COVID.
He's got the
He's
vid.
got the vid.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
he's got the vid. I'm not picking with my heart. I'm picking with my head.
So wait, who'd you pick? Wait, hang on. Chiefs versus Packers. Who are you taking?
Chiefs.
Cardinals versus versus 49ers. I'm going Cards.
I'm gonna take the Niners. I'll be different there.
Okay. Titans versus Rams.
Rams,
Rams, me too.
Bears, and Steelers.
Bears.
Steelers. It's in the Steeler land. Uh-huh. How about it? There you go. Picks.
There they are.
You can lose it, but leave it right here, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just kidding.
All right. There we go.
Woo!
Those are your picks for the week. So now we
We
go
are
on to
to-
our game called Say What?
Oh my gosh. After all that baritone voice speaking we were talking
I know.
about, that was
Oh, I know.
that was impressive.
You're gonna stay tuned, folks, because you're gonna see a different wardrobe for the team at Inspired title.
Yes.
I think we're gonna be like donning some new outfits.
Donning.
I think it. I mean, we've
Potato
seen,
sacks.
Yeah, I think potato sacks are good. You know, sleeping bags with feet cut out. I think it should be fun.
Onesies.
Oh, I would wear a onesie with the logo on it.
Oh, I know you
Absolutely.
would.
No
I
doubt.
know you would.
No doubt.
I know.
Well, this is a game that Brittany has kind of partaken, or actually really forced upon us. I think.
She loves it. I
She
cannot.
loves the game. She writes the questions. She does all our great behind the scenes work. We are so very thankful for her, but we hate her during this part of the game.
I can't wait to see what comes out of my mouth while my brain is like this right
When
now.
you're having struggling time engaging right now.
struggling time?
Yes, you're having struggling time.
You're
This
having
is
time
struggling
struggling.
No, this is a struggling time for you. Read, please.
I'm
Go
going
first.
Okay.
Yes. Remember, oh my goodness, they're all falling everywhere. Remember, we're multi-streaming. We are in several places now.
We are
So be
we
sure
are
to kind of
multi-streaming.
find us on some other.
If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Beat it. Beat it. Go ahead. Sorry.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Really?
That is such. Ryan was playing it at the office the other day, and it's such an amp up song. And I just feel like I can run a marathon.
Yeah.
When I listen to that song
Yeah,
on
it is pretty
repeat,
upbeat. Yeah.
I just want
Mm-hmm. Nice.
to.
Don't stop believing for me.
I do that one.
Yep. That one's easy. That one's easy. Great question, Britt. Didn't
That
hurt
was a
anybody.
good one.
That didn't hurt
Woo!
anybody.
We survived. We survived.
Now you only survived question one. Wait, there are more. Here we go. Brittany, I don't like you. I have look. You're just
Look at her.
eagerly,
She's like, is
she's
it gonna
eagerly
be?
peeking around the corner. Are there any problems a search and title records may not reveal? Thank you so very much for this being a title question. Are there any problems a search and title records may not reveal? You should know this answer too.
I do.
Okay. A search and title is absolutely not perfect. There are things that a search of the title cannot reveal. An IRS tax lien, that's not a recorded item.
Sometimes.
I mean,
Okay,
they're all
like
recorded.
so, what that would come up in is a name
Name
search.
search.
It wouldn't come up as a title search.
Correct.
That's why when we do titles, we always list unrecorded encumbrances.
Yep.
Because there are sometimes liens and judgments that are in fact on title, but are not in fact recorded against a property.
Yeah, like a lot of village liens.
Yes.
You know, some of the
Municipal.
municipal liens that
Mhm.
you won't know until you do a FOIA, which is a Freedom of Information Act.
Mhm.
You know, you go to pay the water bill, or you go to get the stamp, and you find out that there's a lien on your property for disturbance,
Yep.
for noise disturbance,
Noise disturbance.
and they
for,
issue tickets on it.
Yep.
But you've got to now pay the village a couple $100s to get rid of that. They didn't record it,
No.
but it's on title. I mean, it's a problem that has to be rectified prior to
Yep.
moving on with that transaction.
And you know the other last part of this I'll just add really quick
Yeah.
is like human error.
That doesn't
You know,
ever happen.
People
here.
people putting mortgages or judgments against accidental wrong pins.
Sure.
So they
What's a
actually
pin?
a property index number. Look at this.
Very good.
I'm on a roll right now. So sometimes accidentally mortgages in Cook County will get recorded with an anti-pred with the wrong pin, which will only show up once again on a name search. So that's why every
Sure.
time we do a title search, we are making sure that if a borrower is refinancing and there's not a mortgage that pops up right away, we kind of our antennas go up and we kind of take the next step of maybe this was recorded incorrectly, maybe it was something weird happened with it. So
And that's right now. We were just actually talking about that before the show during one of our breaks in the seminar. That with as busy as the title industry has been and the real estate market has been, there's been a lot of flow through with the volume of business, and that is where things could be missed, and that's
Yes.
where a smaller company such as Inspired Title is really a little bit more hands-on. They're a little bit more involved. They remember the transaction.
Oh, yeah.
Even if there were several of them, it's amazing what the retention of that transaction is. I mean, Amy, Brittany, John, Miguel, Chris. I mean, they all can remember some aspect of that deal. So when it's spoken about in the office, people's antennas go up and they go, wait, I don't think that doesn't sound
Something
right.
doesn't seem right.
And
Yeah.
we're able to kind of do a checks and balances within the office. So, but that's a great question, Brett. Thanks. All right, here we go. Oh, this one's not gonna be good. I feel it. Oh, I feel it. This one's gonna hurt.
Do you know by how they're wrapped?
I don't.
Which month has 28 days?
Oh my goodness.
I know this answer.
And
Do you?
do.
Okay, on the count of 3, say your answer.
Okay, ready?
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
All
All
of
of them. No, I was right.
Oh, I thought you were gonna think too hard about that one.
Smarter than the average bear. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's still a good question because
It is.
somebody
It is.
else out there, instead of saying, say what, said 28.
You mean February?
February.
I'm not the only one who
It's
mashed
been a
potato
long week.
brain.
It has been a long week. All right, mine is, holy moly.
Do you need your reading glasses?
This is a riddle.
Wait, we just did a riddle.
I know, but
Okay.
my brain's not going to get this. What can run, but never walks? Has a mouth, but never talks. Has a head, but never weeps. And has a bed, but never sleeps. What can run, but
Oh, I
never
got this.
walks?
I got this.
Has a mouth, but never talks. Has a head, but never weeps. And has a bed, but never sleeps. You do?
Yep.
I will say
Say it at the same time.
no, because that's not nice. And we're nice at Inspired Title, in spite of the people maybe behind the scenes who like to see failure and error. Error. It's not important. The word was.
Stop it.
Oh, wow, we heard a word constantly. Okay,
Stop
anyway,
it.
getting back to this. What can run but never walks? Has a mouth but never talks. Has a head but never weeps. I want to say like a river or a lake or 'cause
I was going river.
Yeah, I was going to say river.
Hey!
Whoa!
2 for 2!
The brain trust of Inspired Title is rocking.
Yes.
Way to go!
Nice.
Nice job, Brittany. You thought you could stump us, but we are on our A
Are we
game.
done?
We're done with those. That's
We're
enough.
done. We're gonna
2 is good.
We're gonna stop on a successful time.
We win. This is good. This is good.
We win.
We get to call when the game ends. Now. Okay. Woo! That's outstanding.
I'm sweating.
So why don't we talk a little bit about the seminar that we've been
Sure.
doing and the leadership and for you folks that are just joining us and are just tuning in, we are broadcasting now at several different locations now. We're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on Facebook, we're streaming in LinkedIn, Twitter. This is outstanding
This is
and
crazy.
some changes and some things that have kind of happened within the organization of Inspired Title and the Inspired teams. Amy has recently been promoted to a position of leadership where she is now the director of operations within the organization. So with that, I didn't want to just say, okay, here you go, take this over and not know what you do. So trying to give her as many tools as I can to help her grow so she can lead the team in the office to also grow in the direction that we want to go
Right.
and help accomplish some of the goals that we want to achieve. I think that we've done a pretty fair job with the volume and navigating the volume of business that
Yeah.
we've had to this point. And I know that you were excited and I know that it was something that you were like really honored about doing. But I also think that it was kind of overwhelming and you were very uncertain as to what does this mean now. And I think now over these last few months, you've been able to get a better understanding of what this now means.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing for me, and the biggest wow moment for me, is when you retook that DISC assessment, and it was
mind-boggling.
180 degrees.
Mind-boggling.
Not a full 360, but you moved 180 degrees because of the mindset.
It is so weird. It is like, so the DISC assessment, if it's something that you've never taken before, it's this test that kind of lays out a bunch of different scenario questions. So, you know,
It's a personality test.
the one that always makes me though is, do you litter? I don't know why, that one always like cracks me up as to, you know, and then it gives you the option to either strongly disagree, that you're neutral about it, that you like moderately agree, or you are strongly agree.
Right.
So what you do is you read through all these different scenarios and you say, you know, you fill in the bubble of what you think, like what best describes how you would answer that
Exactly.
question. So we took this test initially in July of 2020, so a year
Okay.
and some months ago.
Okay.
And I was put as a CS style, which
Okay.
means I was cautious and stabilizing,
Mm-hmm.
which
Which at that time,
I feel like that describes me to the nth degree.
it's very, very believable.
Yes. And I took it when we took it for this
Yep.
This
for
seminar.
For the seminar.
I was an ID,
Which tell them what that is.
decisive and interactive.
Right.
Which is crazy because I used to go from and it makes sense as to what I'm doing in my life. I used to sit in an office, you know, head down, doing my titles, not
Right.
really having to interact with people ever. To kind of taking a new position in this company where I'm getting the opportunity to lead and work with people more. So it's something that is definitely not inherent in me. I think that like, you know, I was always born as kind of the introverted, like kind of kept to myself, kind of was just, you know, Amy's in the corner just
Right.
doing what she does.
Right.
But now this is kind of, I don't want to say forcing because that sounds negative, but pushing me to kind of broaden my horizons of what what's been inherent in me for 3 years.
And the challenge really comes with as the owner of the company and having a vision and having a direction that you want to go, it's really feeling comfortable and trusting the people within your organization to help them take you to the next level and then buy into it.
Mm-hmm.
Something that Amy has really resembled and modeled over the 6 years that she's been here is the eagerness and excitement about what the vision is, what we're doing, where we're going, and really just, you know, the excitability formed a level of trust in me to go, she sees something here. And it allowed me to see something in her ability and growth. And knowing that she was smart, knowing that she picked up on what we started doing quickly, I said, okay, here's the next challenge. And
Challenge is a really good word for it.
yeah,
Because it wasn't easy.
and running a business and being a leader is not. And
No.
we've come to find that out through the seminar that it's hard work. It's you deal with some things that nobody mapped this out for you.
No, and I think the hard part about it is I like routine and I like knowing what's coming next, and leadership is not that in any way, shape, or form.
But you create it. What's
Correct.
great,
Correct.
which is where you absolutely excel.
Mm-hmm.
Your excel and excellence truly comes in that structure, in that organization. So as much as you look for it, now I'm putting you in a space to create
To
it.
create it, which is so mind-boggling that I'm in this
Right.
position to do that.
And I think it's exciting
It
for
is.
me to see what's going to happen. And you know,
Me too.
listening to that to the personality test, and I'm an I and a D, which is driven and outgoing, and
Which-
I mean
People who know you can.
absolutely.
I think anybody would sense that about you without you even having to say that.
I would think so, and that's typical trait of a D,
Right.
of an I. But the key of all these letters that we talk about are knowing how to interact with everybody else that's in the organization that is something other than you. Because
Right.
I'm the guy who's just, I'm making noise, I'm making waves, I'm moving stuff around, I'm go, 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 go.
And that's an understatement.
Right.
It's that like times a million.
And you've got then people in the office going, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming, this is
Yep.
too much.
Yep.
So it teaches us how to now speak to them.
Correct. And we were jokingly, talking through some ideas during breaks and stuff that we want to get balloons
Mm-hmm.
with our letters to put outside each person's
I
desk.
think it's a brilliant idea.
Because what I would say to Drew is different than how I would talk to Brittany, which is also different how I would talk to Christopher, which is
Right.
also different how I should both speak to John and Miguel.
Correct.
So it's part of leadership that the only leader I've ever been in was when I managed a pizza company,
Yeah.
at a pizza place, which was like, that's not a business.
Yeah.
It's a business, but it's like,
But you were a teenager.
I was a teenager. I was a teenager
It
that
wasn't
was,
a career for you.
it was not a career. I was, watching the daily operations from my boss above me, who didn't have I love them to death, but it was never like, let's grow this franchise.
Right.
It was always just kind of the day to day, the difference between like a job and a career. So now just, taking that to the next step, I teach kids, but that's also not leading.
But it is.
It's a different, yeah.
You'll be you are see. It's
It's the weird,
right.
yeah.
You have to change you have to reframe things and change your speak because you are coaching and leading those kids because you still want them to accomplish something.
Oh,
You
yes.
still want them to achieve greatness in what they're doing within dance. So you're a leader. It's exactly what you are.
That's
It's just
so
you're
weird.
doing it on different levels, and that's what you just it's just really embracing this new season of your life.
And I just don't think I was ever going to get the opportunity to do that. So thank you for
Mm-hmm.
that. And I guess that's something that someone would have told me 7 years ago when I first started here. That would have said, "That's what you're going to be doing." I
Right.
would have laughed
No,
in their
and-
face
and
and walked away.
I'm glad and proud to have an Amy on my team, and it's something that helps it and allows me to do some of the other things that I'm doing. And for an example, we talk about the letters meaning something and how this all works. One of the examples that was just so well illustrated in the seminar, Bear Bryant, one of the best coaches in the game of football, after a game, he is livid at his players, one in particular, and he calls them out in the middle of the group, and pulls him by the helmet. He's shaking his helmet and letting him know, "You missed a tackle. I can't believe you did that, and it cost us the game." And openly embarrassed this guy in front of his entire team. So now there's a handful of other players that are, they're scared, they're timid, they're, oh my gosh.
What happens when I miss a tackle? What
Exactly.
happens when I screw up next time?
So cut to one of those timid players missing a tackle. He's fearing his life now. He knows what he's going to be getting.
He saw the helmet shake. He
Right.
knew what happened.
This is going to be tragic for him. So he goes to his locker. There's a note on his locker.
We'll post
see me in my office. Goes to his office and it said, "Hey coach, what's up?" He goes, "Hey, you missed a tackle." And he said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I did." He
I
goes,
apologize.
"Don't let it happen again." It's just knowing your audience,
It's so strange.
because he was definitely of the C or S personality.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't handle that shaking, that rattling. That would have destroyed him.
Destroyed that poor kid. He probably would have quit football
Right.
and probably never wanted to play again.
And that's how we as leaders, we impact people so greatly by what we do and how we react in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's having that knowledge, which is now scary that you get it, to realize the influence and impact that you have, going, holy cow, I'm doing a total disservice to this person by the way I speak to them. And now we're educated with this knowledge to say, hey, I gotta do it like this.
Could you imagine doing this personality test on a small a lower level with kids and having teachers in school teach these kids based on how they learn? Because the weird thing is everyone learns and reacts and wants to get treated so differently that if we just used our knowledge that's out there for better, where could the world be right now?
And I hear that, and I agree with that. But let me give you another level of, peel from the onion.
Yeah.
Think about, now that you've done this test,
Mhm.
you've done it twice,
Mhm.
I bet you 100%, if I put you in a room with 10 people, you can identify what letter they are by just talking to them.
But do you think teachers could get that from kids, or do you think teachers
Yes.
spend enough time trying to think through that rather than just teaching?
Two different questions.
Right.
If
Right.
a teacher
Right,
took
right,
this
right.
test and was able to understand what they were,
Mm-hmm.
to then understand what the others are,
Right.
and then apply it to what's out there, yeah, I think that there's tremendous value in that.
Yeah.
It's sad that they don't do this.
Right.
But now, when you're on the phone with that client, or you're on that phone with the potential new lead or new
Yeah.
opportunity, you can identify how they're talking
Yes.
as to what personality they are and how you can talk.
Yes.
If I'm talking to somebody who's like me, I'm going to get to the point. I'm going to rattle through this because that's what they're doing.
Right.
If I'm on a conversation with somebody who's a little more cautious and they're evaluating every word I'm saying and they're going to be Googling what I'm talking about, I'm now a lot more detailed.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more sophisticated with how I speak
Methodical,
about
yeah,
this.
for sure.
So it is just what I've said to anybody I've ever talked to, is just knowing your audience.
Yeah. If you've never taken one of those disc
Highly
tests,
recommend it.
please do it.
Highly.
For your relationships inside work, outside of work, just
For sure.
relationships in general, it's a very mind opening, crazy
It
kind
is.
of thing.
Let's talk about kind of rewarding people and
Yeah.
what that looks like, because I think, you know, it was a tough session to go through for me, because it's something that I really have a high awareness of.
Mhm.
I like to think that that's a space that I excel in, but man, after listening to the session, I kind of sat back in my seat and was a little bit kind of demoralized, because
You did, yeah.
it was more like, wow, you do these things and sometimes it doesn't make a difference,
Mhm.
but in the right people it makes a
It
difference.
makes a huge difference.
You
Which,
know-
and it's a sad thing to have to think through.
Right. It's, it's really, it's kind of interesting when you take a Fortune 500 company, a company with 1,000 employees.
Which we're not.
Which we're not. No, which we're not. We don't
Yeah.
even strive to be. But a Fortune 500 company that's actually putting this event on, their gross sales in a year were $15 million,
yeah.
right? And they go ahead and they take 1,000 people, which is their employees,
Employees, 1,000
and they
people.
take 1,000 people to the mall on buses as a holiday bonus and give them all $1,000 shopping spree. They invest $1 million back into their people.
And how Christy Wright is the one who
Yes.
told us and
Yes.
said this story. And just like you could still see the light up in her face telling this story about how cool of an experience it was for somebody just to hand you $1,000 and be like, the mall is closed, go at it.
But to add to this dynamic, these are people who are earning $100,000, $200,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay, so
they are the
$1,000 to them is
6 million.
it's not tons of money, but it's not about the $1,000.
No.
It's the generosity of the company for them to be seen.
Yes.
Look at me, I'm over here, I'm working hard.
Yep. And
It's
they,
not. I think if it was $500, I think it was.
well, I think it would have been the same
I think the
reaction.
reaction would have been the same,
I 100%
because
agree
it's
with
not the monetary amount
you. Nope.
as it is the action.
Yep.
These are people making six-figure salaries that got $1,000 shopping spree.
That are acting like,
There were kids in a candy store.
yeah, they were acting like they got $1 million.
They told this story in such a light that was.
Like I said, she was glowing when she told this story. Like, it was incredible.
I want my teams to feel like that. I want that culture. I want to create that environment. I'm not saying, oh, hey, I did this for you. You owe me. This is actually not about that. This is about me being generous to you guys.
And it's
This
like
is-
a reaction from the team.
It's different,
Yeah.
right? It's, hey, I appreciate you. Stop and listen to what your bosses, leaders, superiors are doing. It's, hey, you want to be seen? You're not seen? This is, some people do things differently. The love
Oh, yeah.
languages, right? Some people do things by affirmation, right? They give positive affirmations. Some people are gift givers, and that's their way of showing their appreciation. They can't speak it. They can't articulate it into words that
Right.
I really, Amy, thank you so much. You did such a great job. They can't say
They
that
physically
and not
can't say
feel
that.
comfortable.
Yeah.
So instead, maybe they buy Amy a gift and say, you know what, nice job, thank you very much, or not even nothing, thank you, and they walk away because of that C personality or that S personality.
Yep. Yep.
But it's the gesture of kindness that's being missed, because
It sure is.
many people go through their work lives and they don't feel that they're contributing to the bigger cause. Well, that's a cultural problem,
Mhm.
right? That's a problem within the culture
Right.
that leaders need to fix.
Which leaders, are working on.
And we identify that, right?
We did.
So
We sure did.
we talk now about, recognition, and who doesn't like to be, kind of recognized for the great job that they did. I mean, here we are just today.
Yeah.
Brittany, great job on this. Brittany, great job bringing this to a whole nother level.
Well, I was laughing because I was talking about the newsletter when she sent it over.
Right.
Check your emails. The newsletter will be coming out in the next
Right.
couple days. But so we were talking about it, and I just told her how awesome the newsletter was looking and what a great job she did on it. And then the next day, the seminar starts with this recognition. I'm like, oh, so it does mean something. People do like hearing this.
motivates
People-
them.
It does, 100%.
I'm telling you right now, and not just because I'm a D, but I'm motivated by positive words. Like if somebody goes, I really appreciate what you did there, or thank you, that was great. I am so amped
Yeah.
that I don't know what I'm going to knock down next because it's
Bring it on.
so
Yeah.
so motivating.
Yes.
And some people deflect it because
Yes.
it's uncomfortable.
It is. Yeah.
But do they really? Because it's got to soak in at some point and go, yeah, you know what, I did okay there.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, he did see me, or she did see me.
Yeah.
It still settles. But what were some of your takeaways from that really, touched you or meant something to you?
I just, what? Every time I hear it, it's still so surprising to me that how loud negativity is, and how quiet recognition are looked at. If somebody hears I feel like you need to say 15 positive things to cover up for one negative thing.
Yeah.
So when you think about relationships in the workplace, relationships at home, and everything, it's just there's an eyelash in my eye. You have to say a lot of nice things, but there is one not even mean, negative thing that really eats at your soul for a long time. So just being careful with how things are said, being careful with how things are spoken is kind of what I'm thinking now.
Right.
About how to phrase compliments versus how to phrase constructive criticism, and the difference between what is a good, positive, beneficial conversation versus just being a jerk butt.
I think that's great. I think because what you're basically doing is you're changing your speak to be kind and still communicate and help lead and grow. I think that's such a great takeaway, because that's what we're trying to do is we're not trying to crush these people and hurt them. We're trying to get them out of the habits that they're doing and grow with us and let us lead you that way.
Yes.
Like the example of, where's a leader in a path? In front.
Oh, I love that. That was
Go this
so
way.
cool.
Come on with me. Where's the boss in your path? Behind you, cracking the whip, telling you what to do.
It was-
Get there, do that. But they're not in front. Leaders are in front. Leaders are in front leading.
that was a very cool analogy.
Great
to
takeaway,
think through.
right?
Yeah.
Here's just a piece that I took that we're all guilty of. I'm not going to speak for you. I'm guilty of. I'm absolutely guilty of this. When you speak negatively of someone, it actually makes you look bad. When you speak highly about somebody, it makes you look good. So
I wrote that one down too.
that resonates within me, because you don't know the story behind that person who looks a certain way or dresses a certain way or speaks a certain way. It's quick to just jump on that, but when in essence there's a story, we don't know it, and you look like the clown by sharing that story, as opposed to me sitting here saying, God, great job, Brittany, you're killing it. People, now you're building trust because of that positive rhetoric that you are carrying around.
Yep.
And I guarantee you that is something that I'm going to take away from this and change in my daily. I kid and we tease and we poke and things, and that makes it fun. But in essence, I want to lead and mentor and model the right way. And there's no better time to do it than right now.
Oh yeah.
So what do you got? Anything else for a nice little takeaway for you?
I think mine. I'm gonna go back to Christy one more time.
Yeah.
She was telling the story about how easy it is to, what you're talking about, say good job to somebody. So she was talking about she has 3 adorable children, it sounds like, and her middle child has sensory
Great story.
issues. So he has a little bit of difficulty in certain situations, and so they just had their 3rd kid. The 3rd baby was a week old, and they were doing a newborn photo shoot,
Great story.
newborn family photo shoot, which,
Great story.
you know, isn't it? This is what I talked to my mom about this one because I thought it was so cool. So anyway, her middle son, the 6-year-old, hates getting pictures taken.
Mhm.
So she was like, the entire day I was like between tears and sweating and crying, and because all she wanted to do was to have this one magical
Family.
5-person family picture. And she was just getting so stressed out because the middle child wanted nothing to do with it. And the photographer said to her, you know, God chose you to be his mother. And,
So great.
right, it was just that one simple sentence. And then, you know, so Christy took it and, you know, they ended up getting through the day and stuff. A year later, they went to get family pictures taken again. And so, you know, Christy said she used this sentence, this line, every time something cruddy would happen with her and her son, when they were, you know, not getting along, when he was running around like a crazy man and all she wanted to do was sit and read him a story. She said the words that kept playing back in her head were, God chose you to be his mother. And so a year later, they go to take these family pictures, and Christy says to her photographer, I just wanted to say thank you for those kind words you said to me a year ago when you said that same famous line, God chose you to be his mother. And the photographer said, I don't even remember saying that.
Right.
So it's just incredible how insignificant something can seem to somebody, and it could change the world for another person.
Yeah. Totally changed her life.
It changed
It
how she
strengthened her.
how she parented, how she got through tough situations, because she said every time something negative were to happen, she would just hear that replay in her head.
Yeah.
And for someone that didn't remember saying it, so
No,
something that seems so insignificant to someone is so important to somebody else.
Right.
So you never know when you're going to change that life.
Get out there and share the positives and really let the negatives go. I think we need more of that in our world today, and I think it's
Yes.
something that we need to be on the pioneer side and kind of front end and really lead that charge to the positive side. And
Yes,
you know, I think
optimism is a choice.
amen. Amen. It certainly is. So folks,
I always say that Brittany. I
Yeah.
always love that Brittany
Right on.
says today's going to be a good day.
It does.
I don't care what happened yesterday,
and
but
then
today's
6
going to be a
minutes
good
in,
day.
she's frowning.
No, she does. But she frowns. Then she goes, "Nope, I'm not gonna let it happen. It's gonna be a good day today."
The coffee kicks in, and yeah, she's bouncing around.
the
she's,
Red
you know,
the Red Bull kicks in
right
and
on,
she's okay.
right on.
But
We're
I
so
do
blessed.
admire that about you. So thank
Yeah.
you for helping
We
my
are so blessed. to have her.
craptastical days. And I just hear Brittany, it's gonna be a good day.
Let's go on now. What do we got next, Britt? What's that? What's next on our agenda of fun? Oh, the drum roll is saying, oh, hey, it's the book still.
In case you didn't know, he wrote a book.
For those of you folks that are newly joining us on the other multi-streaming facets that we have now, I wrote a book. It's right there. It's called The 2 Hour Difference. Pretty great book. Not because I wrote it, but it is again, it's along the lines of who I am, the person I am, talking about the ways, life lessons, and really how to communicate those life lessons into people. And I use the kind of the baseball outlet as having been coach for 25 years. The book allowed me the opportunity to really show and exhibit some of my known and proven methods to getting people to achieving success and how that looks through a kid's eyes, through a kid's lens, and really through a kid's lens it looks really different than it does with the coaching lens. So
Yeah.
I talk a lot about that. So it is available on Amazon. If you want to get your copy, do it today. Thank you guys so much for supporting that and being loyal to that. I don't know what my next one's going to be, but it will be out there. Uh-oh.
ITG gives back.
This is your jam.
It is my jam. We are still in affiliation with Homes for Heroes.
Yay.
So as I say every single week, if you are anywhere in the first responder, in the hospital, nurses, doctors, dentists, you are heroes. So if you are refinancing, purchasing, selling a home, please try to get your title done through Inspired Title, because we will do everything in our power to save you every penny that we can.
Absolutely.
Also, feed my starving children. So initially, we were going to try to do this around Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Drew decided to go to see his family.
I decided.
So Drew is taking a well-deserved little vacation.
It's a lot different than how I heard it, but go ahead.
Anyway, what am I going to do for Thursday? I'm not going to have my Thanksgiving title talk.
Maybe we'll have to Zoom it.
Anyways, so he will be in New York during Thanksgiving. So it's one of these things where I feel like the more we involve every member of the team, the
Agreed.
stronger and the better that it is. So we decided to push it off until December instead. So we are going to take the team to Feed My Starving Children in December. The date is TBD, but there are a handful of dates on their calendar that we just need to
Can't wait.
get it set and ready to go because, like I said, I wouldn't feel right participating in something like this without Drew being there. So we kind of decided to bump it back a little bit so
Yep.
that the whole team could partake in
Well,
it. and
I
enjoy
thank
it.
you for that.
Just for you, boss man. Just
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then other fun stuff I'm sure will be coming up too.
Oh,
Stay tuned. The golf outing is about 7 months away now.
we're gonna get Brittany on that as
Not
well.
that we're counting
soon.
down or anything.
Not the golf outing. We're gonna get Brittany on some other fun.
Pilot Pete's.
Serving and
We'll
giving
see what
moments.
happens to that. We are doing our coat drive. Toys for Tots we're trying to. Hopefully Brittany and I in our fun chat time over tomorrow and the next week we will get some of this stuff written down and hammered
Yeah,
out because that is
yeah.
my goal.
Hey, I delegate and walk away because I
Oh.
trust.
We know Oreo
Okay.
Man. We know.
I think they should be out there. I'm just saying.
She
that's-
thinks I'm funny.
I vote for that, but that's okay. I don't matter. You own the company. You don't matter anymore. That's how it looks. You get
Well, you
the-
put somebody else in charge.
I did. Yay! Shame on me. All right. Well, you got a quote?
I got a quote.
What's your? Do you have a favorite quote, or is it just a?
This is. I was making sure we got back to.
Oh, we'll get there.
I actually got this from our leadership
Nice.
conference. So I said, just because you're struggling doesn't mean you're failing. You're either giving up or getting up. It's your choice.
Perfect.
John Maxwell.
Perfect. That's great. So fear isn't always a sign you're doing something bad. It's a sign you're doing something bold. Go Pack, go.
Bold.
That's bold.
This is bold.
That
just
is
for
bold.
you.
But I appreciate you living up to your side of holding up your end of the
I
bargain
gotta.
there. That's
I
called
gotta.
accountability. It's something that we love to
We
work
do.
on.
That is why I have a fantastic cheese head on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Can't wait till the Bears win this week and you have a Bears head on.
we didn't bet. We are your inspired title team. My name is Drew.
And my name is Cheesehead. I mean Amy.
That's Ami Mali. We are having so much fun. We enjoy this show each and every week. We hope you guys do. Please, there's no better way to show that you guys enjoy the show. Like us, share it, leave a review on Google. It really keeps the show going. It keeps us motivated and inspired. We really love what we do. We love our clients. This is something that is very, very near and dear to us and allows us to serve in the community and do the things that we can do to give back. So thank you guys for supporting and being part of our family, and we look forward to seeing you guys again next week. And we should be at our normal
I
time.
was going to say, we should be at 10 o'clock
Right.
again next Thursday.
Normal time, 10 o'clock next Thursday. Inspired title. My name's Drew.
And my name is Amy.
Till next week, guys. Take care. Have a great one.
Well, there you have it. That is it for this week's edition of Title Talk. Be sure to head over to our Inspired YouTube page and subscribe and like. And make sure you follow the team on Instagram and Facebook. Join us again next time for more tips and knowledge from the industry pros. Thanks again for listening.